Good morning all of you. Today we are going to read class 7th SST Geography chapter number 3, The Changing Earth, part 3rd. So student, in the previous video we have discussed about the the process of weathering and erosion, and we had studied about the erosion that is done by rivers and the erosion that is done by the sea waves and the ice. So in this video we will learn about the erosion that is done by the wind. Topic, we will discuss about the landforms which is formed by the wind. Means how the wind help us to form the different landforms. So the role of the wind is it is in altering the landscape, is particularly noticeable in desert. So whatever the landform is, it is being formed by the wind, that is almost visible in the desert areas or the dry or the arid areas where the sand can move. So when the wind blows freely in the sandy areas or the desert areas, so they carries the loose sand particles, and it scrape and polish the rocks, and this forms the different features. So basically we have to read how the wind helps to form the different landforms. First of all, we have to read in this in the continuity of the wind landform the oasis. So what is oasis? So oasis is a place that is where the water is found, and also it has a source of underground, and this oasis support the vegetation and the wild and the animal life as well. So there you can see in the picture, even you have seen in the different through the different medium about the oasis. Oasis is what? It's a water surface, it's a water place which is found in between the desert areas. So this oasis is this provide us the water as well as a little amount of natural vegetation, and also it sustain the animal life in those areas. So oasis, the water here, how it comes, it is underground water. So somewhere in the desert area the water is found in a very little amount, and it comes all of a sudden in particular area, and this creates the oasis, and oasis is very helpful. Okay, now the other thing that we have to read after the oasis is the mushroom rocks. Mushroom rocks, you might have seen. You can here you can also observe in the picture that I have pasted in the slide, that at the time when the wind moves in the desert areas, and it carried the sand with it. So what is the work of sand in the desert area? It started scraping these rocks. Okay, wind does not blow at the higher altitude here, so because of that it blow in the lower altitude, and because of that the rocks which is the rocks get scraped at the downside of that particular rock, and the upper side of the rock, it still remain in its form. So because of it, the downside of the rock get eroded and the upper part does not. So because of it, the upper part remains at the same shape and the lower part get eroded. So it's formed like a mushroom. There you can see in the picture, the upper part is not get eroded and the lower part is eroded at the maximum. So this is the mushroom rocks, and it is also known as the gore or the rock pedestal. So this is carved by the wind in the sandy areas or in the desert areas. Okay, now the next thing which is formed in the desert or the wind landform, that is the sand dunes. So sand dunes is what? Sand dunes are formed when the wind gust that carry sediment in the air and deposited the grains of sand on the top of one another until a large hill structure is formed. So sand dunes is what? When sand started carrying the sediments with it, wind started carrying the sediments with it and started depositing at one particular place, and it formed the mound of the sand, and that mound is known as the sand dunes. Okay, sand dunes are movable in the sense it moves whenever the force wind start. The again this sand dunes will, that the particles that are get deposited, they will again started moving from one place to another, and again when all the sand removed from that place and deposited at some place, that is they form the sand dunes. Okay, sand dunes are also are of the different shapes. So it's first is it has been mentioned in your in the book, that is the Barchin, the crescent shape. Crescent shape means it is like a moon shape, moon crescent you have seen, the half curved. So the open side of the dune faces the direction of wind blowing, and the point of the crescent are directed downward. Forms on hard surface where the sand supply is limited. Okay, this Barchin dunes are formed on the hard surfaces basically, and there you can see in the picture, and the open side of the dune faces the direction wind blowing, means the open side where the wind blows in that direction. Okay, that is why this kind of dunes are formed in, and it is also known as the crescent shape or the Barchin dunes. Now the next dune is formed by it, that is the longitudinal or the safe dunes. So it is a large elongated dunes lying parallel to the prevailing winds and wind direction. That is longitudinal dunes usually have the symmetrical cross sections. There you can see it is a symmetrical, means it's a fixed pattern of the dunes are found, and they generally form in the area that are located behind the obstacle where the sand is abundant and the wind is constant and strong. Okay, when there is any object in between the desert, and because of that the when air moves, and they form the definite pattern or the symmetrical pattern, that kind of dunes are known as longitudinal dunes or the safe dunes. So these are some of the dunes which are formed by the winds in the desert areas. Now the next thing which is formed by the sand dune is the loess. So loess is what? It is when the wind blow the sand from the from the desert to the far areas. When wind blow the sand from that desert to the far area and deposit it on the bank of the river or some place far, so that is from the loess. Example is Huang Ho river, that is also known as Yellow river. It is yellow in color, and because the deposits that is done by the wind, these are in the fine grains, these are the fine grained sediments, and they form the fine grained sediment that they are packed together and creating thick and unlayered yellow brown deposit. So whatever the sand that is they blown from the desert area and they started depositing at far place, and that they form the loess. and these loess are very fertile. So there is a picture of Huanghe River that is found in China. It is the most extensive deposit of the loess that is found on the lowest plateau of the Huanghe River basin. So this is the another formation of the wind. Now, so we have read the almost the three major things that is formed by the wind. First one is the mushroom rock or the gore, and another one sand dune, and the third one the loess. So these are the three things that is formed by the wind. And also the desert, in the desert we also found the oasis. So oasis is sometimes the when the sand blow from particular area where the water is available, so that water is visible, and that watery area is known as the oasis. Now the next thing we have to read is that the marine landform. So marine landform is what? It is a landform which is formed by the formed in at the coast of the oceans. So the whatever the landform that is formed by the sea or sea waves, current or tides, that is known as the marine landforms. So the main agent of gradation in the marine is they are the waves, current and tides that I had told. Okay. What are the waves? So waves are generated by wind blowing over the sea. The characteristic of the wave are determined by the strength of the wind, its duration and fetch, means the distance a wave travels. So basically the waves is a wind blowing over the sea. So these are different in the different shape and size, means they are the strong, or sometimes they have slow because of the movement of the wind. Also next one is that is helpful for the marine landform, that is current. So ocean currents are the continuous and predictable, means they can be predictable, and directional movement, they moves in the fixed direction of the sea water driven by gravity. Okay, so currents are always driven by, means they are driven by, means they are move according to the gravity and the wind and the water density. Okay, the ocean water moves into two directions, that is horizontally and vertically, that currents. So we have to read also about the current, how these currents help us to form the marine landforms. And also tides we have studied in the previous class as well. The moon gravity and sun gravity, they form the different types of tide. That is also helpful for the marine landform. So these are the agents of the marine landform. They help the marine landform to be created. Now there is a picture that I have mentioned in the slide. There you can see the upper side, that is original shape of the headland. Okay, the brownish part, the grayish part you can see from the one end to the another end, that was the full rock. Okay, from the time when the time passes, this rocks get eroded with the help of current, tides or waves. So they form the different structure. The first you can see the headland, arc, then stack, and then stub, and sea caves. So these are the structure that we will read in the next slide separately. Now there is one more picture there, that is the headland. Headland means you can see the land which is already exist. And then bay is what, there you can see the bay is the place where it is surrounded by the water, surrounded by the land, means a water surface which is surrounded by the water. Sea arc, sea stack, you can see the sea stack after looking at picture, it seems like sea stack was the part of the headland, but due to the erosional work, the sea stack gets separated from the headland. Sea arc also you can see there. You can also see that the the ocean flows from one gate to another gate. There you can see the sea arc. And the sea cave you know very well. The ocean started eroding the down part of that particular mainland or the headland. It forms the cave like structure, that is the sea caves. Also sea cliff, you can see the height of the sea and the land, that is known as sea cliff. And beaches, you know very well, beaches are the coast of the oceans. Now let's start with the topic, that is the waves. So there you can see waves are there, and the waves, it is the most powerful agents of the marine action, and it is originated due to the sweeping of wind over the surface of water, and gradually becomes the higher and swifter. So as they move toward the shore. So waves are the most powerful agents for the marine action, means they form the most of the marine landforms. And let's see what they create. The first thing that we have to see in that is the sea cliff. So sea cliff, I had explained, the sea cliff is the place where landform and water, there you can see the height, basically the height or the gap between the land and the ocean. There you can see in the picture the vertical height, basically the vertical height of the land and sea, it is known as the sea cliff. Okay, so the sea cliff is get changed by the waves. The sea cliff is the changed by the waves. They are also known as the wave cut terraces. Now bay is what? Bay is a place where the water that is surrounded by the lands, where the layers of hard rocks and soft rocks are found, and the softer one eroded by the waves. So as I explained in the previous also, that the softer rocks always been eroded by the water, and hard rocks remain the same. So there you can see in the picture, in the above picture, that is the example of the bay, and that bay is formed by the water, where the softer rocks are eroded and the harder rocks still remain. Now the next is cape or the headland. So headland is what, or the cape is the harder rocks which remains by the erosion during the formation of the bay. During the formation of bay, the left hard rock is known as the capes. The left hard rock is known as the capes. And here in bay also, bay is what? The water, that area where the water is surrounded by the land. And cape is what? The land, the harder rocks which is remains left by the erosional work, that is known as the capes or the headlands. So these are the two things that is formed by the glacier landform, marine landform, sorry. Now next is beaches. So beaches is it is a common feature of the coastline, and it is a landform that is along with the water body, and it consists loose particles which often get composed of rocks such as sand, gravel, shingle, pebbles, and cobblestone. So basically whatever whatever the waves get, whatever the waves brought during its movement, that all things are get deposited at the bank or at the coast, basically, of the oceans. That is form the beaches, the small particles, gravel, sand. So these all form the beaches of the ocean. So this is the another part, that another landform that is formed by the marine. Now next, spit. Spit is what? When the waves started depositing the its sand or the gravels before the mainland. Before the mainland means in the coast of that particular area, they started depositing. There you can see in the picture the small greenish and whitish part, and there is also a large land where the greenish part you can observe, the blue part is the ocean or the sea, and there you can see a small green or white layer. You can see that is the thing which is being deposited by the waves, and this is considered as the spit, and they are the part of the they are start after some time they become the part of the mainland. Means they get joined with the mainland, and they form the narrower shape of the deposited material, that is they are considered as the spit. Now when the spit uh, is joined to the mainland, that is considered as the bar. When the spit get joined to the mainland, it considered as the bar. So it is a ridge of sand and shingle which forms the across the mouth of the river and entrance of the bay or the harbor. It usually parallel to the coast. This is almost the parallel to the coast. Okay, there you can see in the spit that is also part, but this is not that much parallel. But if you go to the bar, it is parallel to the beaches or the coast. So this is also the deposition of this is also the deposition of sand and gravels that is brought by the waves to the coastal area. The next thing is the lagoons. Okay, when the spit and the bar start the deposition, the work of ocean is the deposition and erosion both, but that when it's do the deposition work, when deposition get started forming the shape of bar, you can see in the previous topic. So it is here joined with the one end, but when the bar is get joined at the both end to the mainland, when the bar get joined at the both end to the mainland, that forms the lagoons. So here the water get separated by the spit or the bar, and that water is known as lagoons or the backwaters. Okay, so this is also a landform that is created by the by the marine landforms. So a lagoon is a water body that is separated by the larger water bodies by a natural barrier. So this natural barrier can be sandbars, barrier reefs, coral reefs, or the